Hey guys, I didn't make a video for a while. That's because I was gonna make a video on being late and just trying to be consistent and everything. But you know, life just got a little bit too busy. But yeah, you have to be consistent. So even though my video is late, I'm going to try to make up by posting more videos. So today the topic is standards. So I did a little survey at work, and I was just asking people, what are their standards, or if they have standards. And the main thing with this video is why standards are actually good. And yeah, so with like this short survey, because I didn't really sample a lot of people, but the majority of males said the number one thing actually was entertaining, or kind of social. So they wanted their partner to be a person who they could have fun with, enjoy having or spending time with them, which I think is pretty crucial. Right? With me, I'm pretty talkative. I talk a lot, right? But I could only talk so much. Like when I talk way too much, I feel like I'm being arrogant, or I just feel like it's like I'm talking to myself. I can't do that, Well, you could only talk to yourself for so long before you're just like, you get bored or whatever. But, that was the number one thing. That was over looks, that was over what they do with their life, The second most, I don't know, like it was just really up in the air, but just how the person is a big thing. And with the females, the number one thing, which was like, I don't think it was surprising, but the female answers were different from the male answers in general. But the number one thing was honesty. Just like the ladies just want an honest dude. I want to make a bigger sample, and maybe I'll make a future video of this with actually featuring people, maybe random people. So yeah, that's gonna come up eventually. I might be doing a survey on a social network like Twitter or Facebook, or just with people that I know. So if you're interested and you see this video, let me know, and I'll go around and actually have some videos where I'm actually editing things, or at least starting to edit things, and have something more interactive, which was what I was actually originally planning to do. I just remembered the second thing with the dudes, or with the males, whatever. The second thing was, oh shit, I forgot. But the second things with the females were a guy who's family oriented, right? So most of the women, at least the women where I work, they want a dude who has family values. So either if they're good with kids, or they're just close with their family or whatever. So those are like the number two things, right? So I'm just gonna kind of carry this throughout different age groups. I think the answers will vary. With the males, the second one was actually, it keeps slipping out of my head. It's just like core traditional values that a woman would have. Like ultimately, it's a woman that could take care of them. So just to put it in simple answers, like ride or die chick. The chick is just there for you. Best, like, better for worse, kind of like marriage vows, where you're there for the person, better or worse or whatever. Just try to make it work. So yeah, standards. I think standards are necessary in the sense where if you have standards, you have an idea of something that you want. So it's just kind of like creating a goal. This is what you want in a person. This is what see yourself with, or what you want to have with the person. Even though that is right, sometimes your standards could be superficial or can come off as superficial, but it doesn't matter what your standards are to someone else because they're your standards, right? But another thing that I posted, it was a while back on Facebook, it was about like just the perfect person, right? No one comes perfect, right? Sometimes if you have too high of standards, or if you have too high standards, you might just overlook someone who may be perfect for you in the long run, right? So it is good to have standards, but just because you have standards doesn't mean, you should ignore people that may come off a certain way, right? Because they might just start off like that, or that's a defense mechanism or whatever. But if someone does truly like you and you like that person, you're obviously, it's a relationship's like give and take. So those things or those values can develop, especially if that person knows that's something you really like or you value in a significant other. Like, I can use my friend as an example. I know originally at the start of his relationship, he just sounds like a regular dude or everyday 2016 dude. Oh, I don't want a chick who can't drive. I don't want a chick who can't cook. I don't want this. And I'm just looking at this dude. I'm like, bro, you can barely cook. How do you expect your girl to be able to cook when you don't even cook, right? A lot of dudes, a lot of just people in general just talk a lot of shit. Talks back, whatever, however you phrase it. But at the end of the day, as his relationship grew, she gained those values, right? Originally, she didn't do any of those things that he stated, right? There's a long list. He's just a ridiculous dude. If you know me, you know who I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna expose who I'm talking about because there's not the point of this video. But the point of this video is, keep your standards, whatever. But standards, like goals, can be kind of flexible, right? And if you do just keep too high of the standards, you might just stay lonely, or you might miss out on a very great person, right? So always keep an open mind, especially with standards, and stay consistent, like I said in the first video. And I don't really know what else I can say, but I'll have another video up soon, and I hope you like this, or you like this. I'm gonna do more. There's a lot of different topics that are just coming to my mind, or have come to my mind. What I kind of try to do, because I just kind of forget things, because I just get super excited and then jump from one thing to the other, I just tell people what I'm excited about, and then they'll come back to me. So it's like, oh, so did you make that video about whatever you said you were doing? Oh shit, I forgot to make the video. I'm gonna make the video tonight. So if another way to just keep up with your goals is just write them down, let people know, tell people that who you care about what you want to do, so they could give you a helping hand, they could remind you, to keep you on track for whatever it is that you want. So I hope you like this. I'm still not really editing my videos yet, because I'm just like, okay, I could wait and edit it and be like, oh man, I really don't like how this turned out. Or I could just crunch out the videos so they get smoother, better, whatever, and then I could edit them and they look super nice. But anyways, catch you later.